daddy. If you wanna drop the addy, give me love, give me Fendi, my Balenciaga that.
Hold up, pause. Balenciaga? The same Balenciaga tied to Satan-worshipping Insta photos and child pornography court documents? And weren't they recently involved in a scandal sexualizing kids in their ads?
Controversial recent ad campaign featured kids
with a bear in a bondage outfit.
Okay, you guys, so what's going on at the luxury fashion brand Balenciaga? At first I thought, okay, fashion is meant to be edgy. Maybe I just don't get it. I wanted to understand what all the fuss was about. Was Balenciaga trolling with an extreme PR stunt to raise brand awareness that turned into a scandal? Is this a company simply pushing the limits of taste and accidentally going too far? Or did we just catch them in the act? Because why choose this imagery? Why advertise with a cocktail of extreme sex, Satanism, and children? So here's the first thing I came across. Photos of little kids with teddy bears. But these teddy bears are draped in straight-up BDSM gear. Yeah, that's a plush bear in a black thong and a leather harness. Notice the blackened out eyes and studded leather jacket on the other bear? In a messy kid's room is a bear in fishnet stockings with a padlock around its neck, and a child's drawing of the devil behind the little boy. This image also has caution tape with the word Balenciaga, a play on the name of the brand and the name of a demonic Old Testament Canaanite god who demanded child sacrifice. Why is this child half asleep on the couch while several wine glasses are blatantly displayed in the foreground? You can't miss them. Why does Balenciaga want a child to be in this picture? Weird and perverse, yes. But wait, it gets worse. See this purse being promoted on Balenciaga's website from the now canned 2023 campaign? At first glance, this just looks like an office-themed shoot. But look closely, under the purse. That paperwork proves to be a document from an actual Supreme Court case that debates the legality of promoting child pornography. Look it up, United States v. Williams. That's a rather bizarre Easter egg. There's no way these documents made it into the photo shoot by accident. Everything on a fashion set is meticulously curated and staged. Look at everything else in these photos, how perfectly arrayed it all is. Balenciaga knew people would see this. The question again is why? Why sell shoes and jackets and purses and shirts with kids, the occult, and sexual deviancy? Speaking of Easter eggs, in the background here, you see a seemingly normal stack of books. But if you zoom in, the most easy-to-read title is Mikkel Borman's As Sweet as It Gets. A quick search of his name led me to find that he's a Belgian painter with some incredibly disturbing work that again includes kids. One of his paintings depicts images of naked, castrated toddlers soaked in blood. Other Borman's paintings show masked people eating human limbs. Another features dead children and teenagers with dead animals. Another book spotted in the ad is called The Cremaster Cycle by Matthew Barney. Cremaster refers to the reflex that raises and lowers the testicles. Barney's cremaster work is non-narrative and takes concepts like sex, death, and reproduction and gives them the John Waters treatment via a high art lens, thus making images occasionally interesting to look at, but nonetheless debased, self-indulgent, grotesque, and repulsive. There's more here, but let me show you one last thing that again is about children from Balenciaga and Adidas. You see this diploma? The name on it is John Philip Fisher. Search that name and it leads you to a news report about a Michigan man who is accused of molesting his granddaughter from age 4 until she was 16. Well, where is this stuff coming from? Enter Demna Gvasalia, the brand's creative director since 2015. Interestingly, Demna got his feet wet in 2014 when he created Vetements. The streetwear collection is wildly popular with celebrities, including Rihanna, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. The phrase sexual fantasies and drink from me and live forever is splattered across his apparel, and his oversized bomber jacket proclaims total fucking darkness over the symbol of a pentagram. He's this guy who's photographed in that full black mask alongside Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. More on Kim later. But those full black masks are styled like what might be worn by a BDSM gimp, the sexually submissive partner. And you don't have to go far to see these all over Balenciaga. The brand's spring 2023 fashion show in New York City is teeming with gimp masks and fetish bodysuits, model after model. And we can't skip Lada Volkova. Volkova is a Russian-born fashion consultant who styled Demna's Vetements collection and worked with him on Balenciaga up until at least 2017. She's close to Demna and has ties to everyone in fashion, from Vogue to Adidas to Chanel. Vogue and W magazine dubbed her, quote, the coolest stylist in the industry. and photographed her wearing a BDSM collar she bought at a sex shop. Wormholing through Lada's social media post, it's riddled with satanic imagery, children in distress, and murder scenes. Lada's also friends with Gosha Rubachinsky, a Russian streetwear designer who allegedly pressured a 16-year-old boy to send nudes of himself. The trio seems to be a tight-knit group, with Demna telling ID Magazine back in 2016, "Someone wrote that Lada, Gosha, and I grew up on child pornography and radiation from Chernobyl, which is why we're so fucked up." After Balenciaga's recent campaign went viral, they're giving the standard apology tour, with the company's CEO and creative director issuing a series of apologetic Instagram posts talking about, quote, learning from our mistakes, and grievous errors, and standing for children's safety, blah, blah, blah. The company started out basically pretending that they never even saw the photos in question before they were published. But anyone familiar with fashion or entertainment knows that executives and lawyers would have vetted and signed off on every pixel before they were published. The fashion house even tried to blame the ad campaign's producers and set designer for the child sex controversy, filing a $25 million lawsuit against production company North 6 and set designer Nicolas Desjardins. They dropped the lawsuit a week later. Now, back to Kim Kardashian. Kim is all caps obsessed with Balenciaga. Remember she wore that ridiculous all-black outfit with the GIMP reminiscent face mask? The mother of four even paraded her 9-year-old daughter North around New York wearing an even more dramatic kid's face mask. She says she's, quote, reevaluating her working relationship with Balenciaga and was distressed by the images. But she also has spoken with the brand and believes they will do better going forward. So what will happen in the future? Balenciaga has significant celebrity pull. All kinds of famous faces love Balenciaga, and none of them appear to be cutting ties with the brand. Beyoncé, Kylie Jenner, Emily Ratajkowski, Gwyneth Paltrow, Nicole Kidman, Dua Lipa, Salma Hayek, Bella and Gigi Hadid, Kanye, the list goes on and on. Nobody has been fired, and none of the celebrities are speaking out. In fact, a New York Times article covering the controversy attempts to blame the scandal on QAnon and Fox News. Will anything change?